Mathematics for Engineers, a customization of pure and applied mathematics. I am Mr. Abhishek Rai, Assistant Professor, Techno Mains, Salt Lake. We have amongst us 7 esteemed professors who are all experts in their respective domains, and they will be sharing their knowledge with us. I am extremely delighted to be able to conduct today's program, and I am sure that we will all get enriched from this experience. As the name suggests, today's program is focused on the subject mathematics, particularly the 3 aspects of mathematics, namely pure mathematics, applied mathematics, and computational mathematics, and what career options a student can have in the subject of mathematics, particularly after their class 12th standard. I start by putting a question to Professor Abhik Ghosh. He is an associate professor in the Interdisciplinary Statistical Research Unit, Indian Statistical Institute. So, Dr. Ghosh, a very warm evening today, and I will like to ask you one question. How can a mathematically inclined student after his 12th choose among the different courses that ISI offers? Because ISI offers BStat, BMath, and nowadays also BSDS, which I think has started from this year, Bachelor of Statistical Data Science. All these 3 courses, as far as I know, have heavy purport of mathematics, and the choice has to be declared from beforehand. So how can a student choose between these 3 subjects? Can you please enlighten us?
Thank you. Let me talk about the BStat and MStat first, because BSDS is the new course that's going to start from the next academic year only. Among the BStat and BMath, both are mainly research oriented courses, but there is a clear distinction between their focus. BMath focus mostly on the all areas of mathematics, from pure to applied and different kind of application, whereas the BStat focuses mainly on statistics and the mathematical part which is mainly required for doing high level statistical analysis. So, for a student who wishes to choose between these 2, he has to figure out what is his interest and what is his goal is. If his interest is towards a kind of pure mathematics, or if an application towards physics or engineering to learn, and he is interested to learn the mathematics as a topic deeply, then BMath is the better option. Whereas BStat is for the students who want to do applied work related to data and are interested in doing statistical analysis. For them BStat would be better.
Okay.
Another career aspect is that if a student is focusing on a job career later on, then BStat is better than BMath in terms of job prospects, because in terms of research prospects both are equally good, and the students from both BStat and BMath gets high opportunity in research domains, but for job BStat is slightly preferred because it has an quite applied focus.
Okay.
And for BSDS, it is a new curriculum that has been starting from the next academic year, starting this July, and the focus is more applied, even from shifting the focus from the research to fully on the application perspective. And the focus of this course is to focus on statistics and data science, along with the ML and this advanced computational techniques, to make a student prepare for the industry. So, this would be a more job and application oriented course, aiming to develop practitioners that are in huge demand now in the industry, and we hope that this course will be successful, even getting developing good practitioners out of the good students.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing such valuable information with us. I may also share with our audience that Techno India University is running 4 years BSc on computational mathematics, and also 2-year MSc and then PhD programs. If someone comes with already a 4-year BSc in his pocket, then he can also do a 1-year MSc program in computational mathematics. And computational mathematics has, as sir just said, wide applications in all the job markets, in all the academia. You can get hold of the necessary information regarding this course if you visit Techno India University's website, which is www.technoindiauniversity.ac.in, and you can also avail the helpline numbers. You can note it down: 98365 44416, 98365 44417, and 98365 44419. So these are the helpline numbers of Techno India University. Now we come to Dr. Swanand Khare, who is an associate professor, Maths Department, IIT Kharagpur. Sir, a very warm evening today. Sir, can you please enlighten us on how will you guide your students in the IIT Kharagpur to choose either of pure, applied or computational mathematics, and what are the respective prospects of these three domains? Please, sir.
Okay, good evening to all the audience. IIT Kharagpur offers a 4-year BS program in mathematics and computing. And after 2 years of this program, a student gets a choice to choose a specialization and convert the BS program into an integrated MS program with specialization in mathematics and computing and specialization in statistics and data science. So first 2 years we consider our foundational years, and in those foundational years we prepare student with the basic subjects which are common to both mathematics as well as statistics, and introduction to important subjects like modern algebra, real analysis, calculus of one and several variables, linear algebra, and so on and so forth. After third year, students have option to take electives, and when they start choosing electives, by then they have a solid foundation and 2 years exposure where they can decide whether they want to pursue a career in research for pure maths or a career in research in applied computational maths and statistics, or go for jobs. So IIT Kharagpur Maths Department placements are one of the best placements that happen in IIT Kharagpur, and the typical jobs students get mainly are the jobs related to data scientist, analytics, and computer programming. These are the fundamental subjects that are covered in first couple of years. And
Yes.
as far as pure maths is concerned, we offer huge elective list for pure maths students who then prepare themselves for a career in research later on. Applied and computational maths electives span lot of computational subjects like computational linear algebra, finite element methods, numerical methods to ordinary and differential equation, optimization, several courses in optimization. With the lab components, which is a unique thing in IIT Kharagpur, they get to do hands-ons for all the computational methods that they learn in the class. And these are the students who opt for job, and then there is a new specialization in statistics and data science that we have started from next year.
Okay.
And that specialization offers very specific courses in statistics and high level electives in the final year with a project in statistics. So students decide at the end of second year when they are more informed and have interaction with faculty as well as their seniors, and they have time to settle in and then decide whether they want to take a research track or a job track and which discipline they are liking more. So that's the scenario at IIT Kharagpur.
Okay, sir. Thank you for sharing such wonderful information with us. And as we got to know from sir that mathematics, particularly computational mathematics, has a huge job market. In Techno India University also, if a student completes the BSc degree, then both ways, like he has a roadmap to the academia and he also has a roadmap to the job industry. If he wants to go to the academia, he can give the GRE and TOEFL and apply to the universities abroad. In India also, he can apply for GATE and sit for the entrance level examinations of ISI and the other reputed institutes, and thus excel in his career. And he can also pursue a MBA after this computational mathematics BSc. That is also possible, and that will increase his chances in the job market. And you can of course visit www.technoindiauniversity to know more about this course. Now we come to Dr. Gautam Majumdar, who is Pro VC Techno India University and ex-professor, Jadavpur University. A very good evening to you, sir. Sir, can you please tell us what are the career prospects after class 12 of mathematically inclined students if they choose to pursue core engineering disciplines? For example, mechanical engineering. Sir, please.
Good evening to you all. If mathematically inclined candidate can opt for any core engineering branch or any other branch as well, from the mechanical engineering viewpoint or any core engineering viewpoint, my experience from the Department of Mechanical Engineering, as I have seen,
Yes.
that obviously the mathematics is highly embedded in the whole syllabus of any core branch. So that will give them an edge over, I mean, all other candidates for sure.
Yeah.
So mathematics has to be there. It is there in all subjects of throughout the whole curriculum of mechanical engineering. But in any core branch, if someone joins, the advantage to my opinion is that he can carry out the work in the core branch. Also, he can opt for the IT also.
Yeah.
But someone in IT branch may not come back to the core branch. So core branch, and especially if you see the scenario in our country, lot of thrust is there from the government, right? Infrastructure development is going on, right? The initiatives like Make in India, Scale India, Atmanirbhar Bharat has come,
Yes.
where lot of push is there for the infrastructural development. So that will call for the practicing engineer who are in the core branches for sure.
Definitely.
And the core branches, I mean, not only mechanical engineering I am talking about, even the computer science also should come on the core branch. Computer science, civil, electrical, mechanical can be considered as a core branch, to my opinion. And mathematically inclined any person will excel in any core branch, I am sure. So many of our students from Jadavpur University, where from I have seen, they are basically from mechanical background, but they are doing excellent in the IT.
Achha.
Okay, they are doing excellent in the government sector jobs. So often
Yes.
we miss there are some job opportunity for the core sector, say the state government job, I mean UP, I mean public service, I mean PWD, CPWD, this kind of jobs they are only for the core branches. So core branch people can join the core branch, not only to get that jobs, also he has got the research opportunity. Also he or she can join the teaching community, right? Also he or she can join the IT sector.
Right.
So the beauty of core branch is that it is actually kind of omnipresent in all areas.
Right.
Somebody can opt for the research, somebody can opt for the teaching, somebody can join in the industry. Only thing depends on which branch he will opt for.
Right.
But core branch is not going to die for sure. Core branch will be there, 100% sure. So if someone is mathematically inclined, I am sure she will do excel in doing excellent results in all branch, any branch he opt for.
And all the doors will be open for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you for enlightening us. In Techno India University also, as sir said, we teach the different facets of computational mathematics. Like we have computational geometry, we have number theory, we have abstract algebra, Monte Carlo simulations, Python programming, because data science is also is something very happening today, nowadays, artificial intelligence, machine learning, all these things have a huge prospect in the job market. So we have included these things in our curriculum. Object oriented programming, all these things we have included in our curriculum in our 4-year course of computational mathematics, BSc in computational mathematics. I repeat the numbers again where you can contact to know more about these things: 98365 44416, 98365 44417, and also 98365 44419. Now we come to Dr. Shukhendu Kaur, who is a professor of mathematics in the Jadavpur University. A very warm welcome to you, sir. Sir, can you please share with us what kind of students are opting for pure mathematics, applied mathematics and the engineering courses in Jadavpur, and if there is any difference in the career goals between these group of students?
Good evening to all of you. First of all, I thank you for all of you for organizing this type of program. In our Jadavpur University, we have a mathematics department in which we have in NEP 2020 we have a 4-year degree course with honors, without honors, with research degree, and 2 years now it is 2-year MSc course also. But engineering and mathematics, these are two different aspects of for students, because in engineering background, those who are opted for engineering background, she or he must know the mathematics very well, basic physics and another things. And those who are interested for engineering, mainly for software related or technology related subjects, they can opt for engineering background. And in our university there is a very good engineering faculty, and all of you know in our state it is a very good engineering faculty, and students always are opting for that courses.
Yes.
But for mathematics background, those who are interested in basic sciences, those who are take as a career as a researcher or any other teaching job, or for any other institute or some universities or colleges like that, they can opt for mathematics. In our university, there is a very good faculty, there is very good research opportunity in mathematics, and in our courses there are some core courses, and there are some DSC courses. These are called the discipline specific courses.
Yes.
In some courses are core courses which are common to all of the students. Those who are interested for mathematics, they must learn the basic concept of mathematics, and mathematics is the backbone of all sciences as well as engineering sciences. Because you know that all of you know that the mathematics is the queen of all sciences.
Definitely.
Those who are interested in mathematics, they can opt for mathematics, they can opt for engineering also. And in mathematics, those who are interested for pure mathematics, that means those who are interested for theoretical background, pure mathematics is basically the base for higher mathematics.
Yes.
If they know the pure mathematics very well, then they can always grasp the other subject very well. Because algebra and analysis and all these pure mathematics background are the base for any other mathematics and engineering sciences.
Definitely.
Therefore, and those who are interested for applied mathematics also, there is a, if we consider a mathematics as a tree, then we can think of pure mathematics as a flower and applied mathematics as a fruit. That means they are made for each other. I cannot differentiate that two branches, because if someone know the applied mathematics or opt for applied mathematics, he or she must know the pure mathematics very well. Otherwise, he or she can't grasp the subject very well. And in our university, in our department, there is a very good faculty members, those who are doing very well in researches in pure and applied mathematics in all branches.
Yes.
In algebra analysis, in mechanics, operations research, and many other things are there. If they are interested, they can choose and they can go for that.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing such information with us. Now, as we have proceeded a little bit in our program, it seems that these three facets of mathematics are mutually complementary, like pure mathematics, applied mathematics, and computational mathematics. Sorry, they are mutually complementary, and students can even move from one field to the other. It depends on his or her taste, whether he or she is more academically inclined, then he will choose one particular path. If he is more job or industry inclined, then he will like choose another path. Like computational mathematics nowadays is very much happening for the job market. We teach the courses BSc in computational mathematics, a 4-year course, and then again we provide a 1-year MSc to complement that. And in this way we make it sure that the student, he or she, can move in different diverse directions. He can join the job market, he can go for higher studies and get his or her reputation from there. In this way he can excel in his career. Now we also have amongst us a very special person, Dr. Tapon Kumar Kaur. He is a professor, Department of Mathematics, IIEST, Shibpur. Welcome, sir, to this program.
Thank you.
You are a reputed professor, sir, and active researcher in your field. Can you please advise us on how the students opting for the pure, applied and computational mathematics can later in their career, later on, after they have proceeded a little bit, of course, in their careers, avail the national scholarships and national fundings like CSIR, UGC, NBHM, DST and so on? Please, sir.
Thank you for your introduction.
Thank you.
And I would like to thank to everybody, those who organized this program. Good evening to everybody, those who are present here and also those who are watching this program throughout the globe. Regarding this question, I would say that before going to the main question, I would say few words about pure and applied mathematics, pure applied and computational mathematics. Actually, pure mathematics is the mainly theoretical and abstract, and applied mathematics use those principles developed by pure mathematics to the real world problem. Yes. And similarly computational mathematics. But getting funding from different sources, there is no significant difference between the degrees of pure mathematics, applied mathematics or computational mathematics. All are equally accepted. And for funding like CSIR, UGC, DST or GATE, first I would say about CSIR UGC funding. Those who have completed their master degree, they can apply for the funding from CSIR UGC. They conduct a joint CSIR UGC national test in every 6 months, that is 2 times in a year. And basic requirement is that the candidate must have 55% marks in the master degree.
Okay.
Then they can apply for this, and to appear in this exam must have fundamental knowledge on the subject both in pure and applied mathematics, because their questions cover both from pure, applied and some portion of statistics also.
Yes.
And they CSIR UGC jointly conduct this exam, and if they qualify means they give some cutoff for the for giving the number of fellowships for the master degree students.
Achha, cutoff in the entrance exam.
Cutoff in the entrance exams. And for when they give the fellowship, CSIR exam is conducted by jointly, but when they give the fellowship, they take some students fellowship from the CSIR, some students fellowship from the UGC, and there are 3 categories. One more category is that some students are given only the eligibility to appear for the assistant professor position in any university, college or any national institute like IIT, IIEST, IJAR and other institute also.
Okay.
They are not eligible for funding, but they are eligible for assistant professorship. And if anybody qualified for funding for national fellowship either from CSIR or UGC, they are also eligible for lecturership or assistant professorship any national institute, UGC accredited college, university and everywhere.
Okay.
And for this purpose, students after qualifying, they must have to apply for the PhD position in university or institute. They have to find one supervisor, and according to their choice of the subject and the background of the supervisor. And after getting this process, they can start their PhD program in the university, college or institute, and it almost gives 5 years to complete the PhD degree. And after that, there are some job opportunities is there. Another is the DST Inspire Fellowship, that is also is a national fellowship that gives by the DST, and in this case they do not have to appear any exam, but what they have to do, they have to give some application with their CV, and if they are provisionally selected, then they have to join in some university or some institute with a supervisor, and finally they can apply for the final approval of the fellowship. It is sometimes happened that they provisionally obtain the fellowship, but after during the final selection, sometimes it is found that they are not eligible for the final fellowship, and this is happened due to the they are depend on the project proposal, supervisor background, institute, everything are it is checked by the DST. This is one another. Another is the NVHM. Yes. NVHM also conduct exam for their own fellowship. They take on written examination, and then if qualified, then they take on interview, and if they qualified, then NVHM provide the fellowship. Subject to that students must have to join any university, institute or other institute where they will conduct the examination, they will conduct the PhD program.
Yes.
And other one is the GATE qualified candidate. For the GATE qualified candidate for PhD, they do not have direct fellowship directly, but they institute like national institute like IIST, IIT, NIT, they have some fellowships. That GATE qualified candidate may apply. If they qualified, they get the fellowship and they can join to the PhD program. And another option is that when they are get qualified, they can choose the MTech program for whatever it may be. They choose the branch. It may be the computational mathematics also. So these are the few options for getting fellowships after the completion of the master's degree.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So, as the audience can very well feel that the rich treasure trove of information that is being handed over to us by all these eminent professors, eminent personalities, this will be beneficial for us, for each one of us, for each one of the students particularly. This will be beneficial because in a very short amount of time, in a nutshell, you are being able to know all the things that are required for you to pursue a career in mathematics, be it be pure mathematics, be it be computational mathematics, be it be abstract mathematics, applied mathematics, anything. Particularly if you are interested in computational mathematics, then our Techno India University might be a very good place for you. You can visit www.technoindiauniversity.ac.in and also contact the numbers. Contact numbers are 98365 44416, 98365 44417 and 98365 44419. We live in a day which is dictated by different applications of mathematics, and particularly the computational aspects from data science to artificial intelligence to machine learning to Monte Carlo simulations. For example, if a person want to invest in the stock market, there also a portfolio optimization may be done which can maximize his return given a level of risk. So these are all facets of computational mathematics only. Genome sequencing is a very rich field in computational mathematics. Quantum computing, I can't just stop saying the names, it comes one after the other, and it is our goal in this short session to present you a short what can I say, a short version or a short overview of all these things from the eminent professors. Now I come to Dr. Atoshi Deb Rai, Associate Professor, Pure Mathematics Department, Calcutta University. A very warm evening to you, madam. Madam, can you please elaborate on how the students can pursue a career in pure mathematics from Calcutta University or other reputed universities? And what would you ideally look for in a candidate wanting to pursue pure mathematics? And is it somewhat different from applied and computational streams?
Okay. Most of the universities in our state has MSc in mathematics, but in Calcutta University we have two different streams. One is pure mathematics, the other one is applied mathematics. And the students who are having honors in mathematics in the undergraduates, then they come to us to either to pure mathematics stream or they opt for applied mathematics depending on their taste. I mean when they are going through their undergraduate course, then they can feel or they can identify their taste, whether they are really liking pure mathematics, the abstractions and the philosophy of mathematics, or they are more interested in applied mathematics.
Yes.
Now, when they are in for any pure mathematics course, if you look at any curriculum, pure mathematics curriculum, you can see that there are, lot of subjects like algebra, analysis, geometry, topology. They are very much abstract. Apparently, it seems that it has no application, but nowadays when as you said that computational mathematics, there are a lot of things. I even get fascinated when I see that linear algebra or topology has immense application, or the basics of the machine learning algorithms and artificial intelligence in these things. And I have seen something like topology, what it is called, topological data analysis.
Okay.
Data analysis is something which is highly I mean, it's highly applicable, right? But the basics of these kind of modern applied fields has mathematics as backbone. And if we just look at the pure mathematics thing, I mean pure mathematics curriculum, then you can feel that what essentially pure mathematics does, it actually develops, helps to develop the students' ability to think, ability to analyze, or ability to imagine more.
Yes, yes.
Like so, that's the thing what essentially pure mathematics does. So there are a lot of opportunities for the students of pure mathematics. Like one is of course academics and research. In research, who can pursue research? Who think that he has inclination to pure mathematics, who has love for pure mathematics, they will definitely be a successful person if he does research in pure mathematics. But other than that, one can pursue anywhere, like the fields that you are talking about, the data science or machine learning. These are the avenues for them.
Okay, okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you. And also, madam, I like to mention here, like pure mathematics, that which is pure mathematics nowadays, and may seem that it doesn't have any application. Maybe 20 or 30 years later, it may be having many different kinds of applications. That is also
of
true.
course, yes.
Yes.
Because as I said, that linear algebra has immense application in machine learning.
Yes.
You know,
Yes,
and so on. So
thank you, madam. Thank you. So I remember a particular anecdote. For example, G.H. Hardy of the Hardy-Ramanujan fame, he was particularly a pure mathematician, and he used to say that his purest branch of pure mathematics, which is number theory, it is unsullied by any applications. But in the elementary number theory book that we had learned of David M. Burton, Burton has written that Hardy should today notice the application of number theory in cryptography. Yeah.
I just want to mention one thing
Sure,
here.
sure.
Like every year from our department, a chunk of students get admission to MTech in cryptology and
Okay.
MTech in theoretical computer
Okay,
science in ISI.
Okay, okay. Yes, the cryptography institute of ISI is very pretty famous,
Yeah.
pretty famous, pretty famous.
And in that respect, I would like to add recently, even today I was discussing one colleague who is expert in AI/ML,
Yeah.
and the recent trend in theoretical AI/ML research, they are using category theory, which is one of
Okay.
the extreme abstract concept in abstract algebra.
Okay, okay.
So everything has an application. We just need time to visualize that.
Okay, right.
Basically, there is no distinction.
These are man-made distinctions, man-made distinctions. Wonderful, wonderful. It is also enlightening for me to be a part of this learned discussion. Now we come to our own, very own Dr. Oshmita De, who is an associate professor and head of the mathematics department, Techno India University. Madam, a very warm evening. Madam, can you please, from your wide experience, can you please tell us how do computational mathematicians utilize conventional mathematics to address real world challenges, and what are some prominent applications of computational mathematics across various domains? I am particularly asking this question to you because Techno India University has been running this course in computational mathematics, and so I think you should be the best person to answer this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very good evening to the audience. I think what the eminent panelists have already discussed here is that the lines between pure mathematics, applied mathematics, computational mathematics are blurring. So, pure mathematics, which was thought of as something which is completely abstract, has no applications, as has just been said beautifully by ma'am, has a lot of applications in cryptography, has a lot of applications in different theoretical areas of computer science.
Yes.
Statistics has a lot, it is the foundation of data science, of artificial intelligence, of machine learning. So, what computational mathematics does is that it takes the foundations of conventional mathematics and builds on those foundations and then uses computational tools and computational techniques to deliver solutions to real world problems.
Yes.
So, the idea could be that there is a problem which is converted or represented as a mathematical model. That model is studied or the solution is developed based on principles of conventional mathematics, and by conventional mathematics I include of course both pure and applied. And then computational tools, they could be programming, that could be statistical, that could be data analytics. Those tools are taken to then sort of execute or implement the solution in a way which then can be applied to the problem in a real scenario.
Okay.
I think right now it would be very beneficial for everyone to not classify mathematics into different categories and just think of it all as a singular entity under a single umbrella.
Yes, so different facets of the same thing.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So, just in a nutshell, I will try to what the panelists have said, the different areas of applications of computational mathematics in a very short period of time. I will just like to go through them. Like medical imaging techniques like MRI, CT scan, they involve computation. Genomics, computational mathematics is very important there. Portfolio optimization in the share market. Cryptography, we already discussed cryptography. Climate modeling, ecological modeling, of course data science, machine learning, AI, all these things. Graphics and visualization, another very important subject which needs computation. Molecular dynamics, quantum computing, social network analysis, traffic flow modeling, and I cannot just go on, I can just go on repeating, not repeating, actually taking more and more names, and it will take me perhaps a half an hour. We concentrate on these things in our courses in Techno Indian University, particularly in the 4-year BSc in Computational Mathematics and followed by a 1-year MSc, and there you can learn all these things, and after that you can directly go to the job market or do a MBA, go to the job market. That will be a very good lucrative path. You can also give the GRE and TOEFL, go abroad, do MS, do PhD. That is one career option. Another career option is in India only. You can move to Jadavpur University, Calcutta University, IITs, ISIs. All these avenues will be thrown open to you. So yes, that is very exciting, quite exciting for the students, I think. I now come to the second part of this wonderful program today, and in the second part we will be delving a little more deeper into these aspects. So the first part of the program was superficially we tried to understand what is computational mathematics, what is pure mathematics, what is applied mathematics, and all these things. Now in the second part I will try to go to the research interest or the professional interest of these professors who are with us today, and ask questions from that particular domain. That is also important for the 12th pass students. You may ask why? Because if there is a goal which is very clear in front of you, then you can prepare better. You can of course prepare better for your career and as for the matter of fact for your life as well. We come to Dr. Abhik Ghosh. So, Professor Ghosh, you had a BStat and MStat from ISI. After that, I think you did your PhD also from ISI, and you moved on to have a postdoc from the Department of Biostatistics, Institute of Basic Medical Sciences, which is in the University of Oslo, that means Norway. So, can you please illuminate our audience, how can a mathematician or statistician can move to such diverse fields like biostatistics, and biostatistics in turn has potential applications in the medical sciences also. So this is a very seems very lucrative for the students. Can you please elucidate that?
Yeah, sure. So for the students particularly, while we are talking about mathematics, I would like to say once you get the or pass 12, you have a some understanding of what mathematics is, but you have a lot in front of you. So you have to think how you can you wish to see or visualize this mathematics. To me, I can see you can think it as a philosophy or it as a tool, rather than defining it as a pure versus applied. If you love really mathematics and want to go deeper in that, you should start thinking it as a philosophy of science. It is behind every science. So once you understand this mathematical relations or the mathematical operations well, you will gain you can visualize it. That will give you a path towards the research in the direction of development in the mathematics. Or in the other way, if you just see it as a tool to solve different problems, then it has unlimited potential again to solve any real life challenges. So you can think it as a for any kind, not only medical science, for any natural science, at some point of time you need a mathematical model or mathematical solution to the underlying problem. This is particularly useful when today's world, when we have lots of data coming, and in all science we have to validate our findings eventually through data. Now this data has different shapes and structure. So statistics started with very basic data analysis. Now we are going to the large scale modeling through AI, ML, even the different kind of statistical analysis where the mathematics are going much deeper and deeper. For example, Professor Debra mentioned about topological data analysis. This sort of data are now coming a lot to us, and they come in mathematical science when we look at the say brain 3D image of a brain, or in other domain when, so for example, a completely different domain like mechanical engineering, where you look at the infrastructure, a 3D model of the of a plan you are going to build. So, in all these cases different things are going to be more challenging, and mathematics will always be your tool behind solving these problems. So, if you try to choose mathematics based on your ability and understanding of mathematics, you can see a clear path in front of you, but if you learn mathematics well, then it would help in solving analytical problem in many different sciences. And for that, one suggestion is whatever direction you plan to take it from your whole heart and try to learn it, not just to pass the courses. So,
Yeah.
that is a major point, especially in mathematics. I would like to say to all the students that whatever area or path in mathematics you take, it is slightly different than other sciences. Here you need to learn things, and then it would help throughout your career in whatever direction you move from the pure mathematics or computational mathematics.
Yes, yes. So, do you have anything to say particularly about biostatistics?
Biostatistics is basically the data analysis which has application in biology. So, nowadays biology means you can have application in plant science, biological science, medical science, everywhere. More recent application that I briefly mentioned is now coming on. We have several medical data, we have advancement in several technology which gives us more and more patient data like genomics or gene information about the genes of the patient,
Yes.
or the neuroimage or the MRI neuroimage from MRI and different other contexts. So, for those analysis we need an advanced model, although the biostatistics started a long back from, as I said, basic data analysis related to clinical disease, timing of the patient, how long the patient survive after a surgery, etc. Now, things have become much more complex nowadays, and we need much more sophisticated analysis, and there is much more potential for mathematically expert student to grab those challenges and solve them very efficiently.
Okay. So, you mean to say that our students who have a computational mathematics BSc honors, so biostatistics is also a field into which they can move in their
Yes,
future?
sure. Biostatistics, there with the data challenge, there is a huge challenge in computation and handling those large volume of data as well. So, we need to tailor the classical methods appropriately for this large or high dimension, what is technically called high dimensional data, or topological data when we dealing
Yes.
with 3D images, and sometimes it is also called the analysis on the manifold. So, all these setups we need a strong mathematical background as well as a strong computational knowledge to implement that mathematical model for solving the real life challenge with the data. So, having a computational background along with mathematical strong mathematical base would make you a perfect fit for solving these problems.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, I think this has cleared your doubts at least about biostatistics, how you can move on from the field of computational mathematics maybe to biostatistics. Now, we come to Dr. Swanand Khare. Sir, I find that you are an active researcher in the field of computational linear algebra and also computational methods in statistics. Can you please tell our audience more on the research and career prospects of these computational fields? Sir, please.
Okay, so coming to the research area, so I will elaborate a bit. So, most of the real life applications, most of the real life problems that we see around us, when they are modeled, finally when you want to do something with that model, it turns out that you almost always end up with one of the two important problems in computational mathematics. Either you solve a system of linear equations or do computations of eigenvalues and eigenvectors, or you are trying to solve an optimization problem of some kind. And these are the two most important and central computational problems in mathematics today that we are looking at.
Yeah.
And for the ease of understanding, let us take the example of computational linear algebra and solving system of equations or eigenvalue, eigenvectors, because that is something that is close to our 12th class students.
Yeah.
They would have done something like that for 3 by 3 systems in their 12th class. But when you, for example, solve a partial differential equation, which is, for example, modeling vibrations on a bridge when a train passes on the bridge, when you do finite element discretization and everything, finally you end up with a huge system of second order constant coefficient ordinary differential equations. And then there you try to solve some control problem of so the first objective there is to compute eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So again I come back to our discussion of pure versus applied maths. Almost 200 years ago, Galois, French mathematician, said that beyond degree 5 polynomial you cannot have radical solutions. Okay. And now the problem is here, after the discretization, you end up with a system which is possibly million by million large. So essentially you are trying to find out roots of a polynomial whose degree is 1 million. And Galois has told us that you cannot do it with radical forms. So there is no exact solution like minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac. So there has to be some numerical method, and that numerical method basically comes from computational linear algebra or numerical linear algebra, and then it will help you. So what researchers in this computational linear algebra, numerical linear algebra are trying to do is they are trying to come up with numerically fast algorithms. So there are two aspects: the algorithm should be fast, computationally efficient, as well as it should be accurate. So these two things they will look at, and they will try to come up with computation of these eigenvalues. Okay, eigenvalues do not only come in this particular problem. One of the most important matrix decomposition that is used across all disciplines is singular value decomposition. People may call it by different names. Many people know it as principal component analysis, but the basis is singular value decomposition, which in nutshell actually requires you to compute eigenvalues again of correlation or covariance matrix. So again the problem boils down to computation of eigenvalues and eigenvectors, and how fast, how efficient you can do this is something that researchers in computational linear algebra will look at. So at this point I will like to draw the attention of everyone to this place, that there is something, there are two type of people. So especially the math major students who will do research in this, they are the people who will try to develop these type of algorithms and prepare a tool, and then application is mechanical engineering, computer science, statistics, where this tool will be used. So the person who is using the tool not necessarily understands the intricate details of how the algorithm was developed. It is also not necessary, but as a mathematician, as a computational mathematician, the students in computational mathematics will focus on to that. So they will
back
be the
end of the thing.
Correct. They will be the developers of the tool. Okay, they will present the tool to the community which people will use. The same goes for optimization problems also. 12th class students have done optimization. They have done first derivative, condition equated to 0, second derivative, check local maxima, minima. But now you look at one of the most important problems that people are solving. You probably would have heard things like deep networks. So basically deep networks are what? They are basically function composition, and you are trying to solve a huge optimization problem where the decision variables, the derivatives that you take, are actually millions. They are called as weights of the neural network. And now again the scalability is a issue. Taking partial derivatives of function of 3 variables is very easy. Even then equating it to 0 and finding roots is difficult. But now you think of a problem where you have millions of parameters with respect to whom you want to take partial derivatives, and then try to find out the minimum with respect to that. So that's a huge computational challenge, and now we are seeing that. So you must have heard terminologies like it takes tremendous amount of time to train the network. So training the network is basically solving this optimization problem. And then again there are numerical methods like stochastic gradient descent or ADAM or something like that. They are implemented. But now the challenge here for a computational mathematician is that now whether you are going to a global minimum or not, that's one of the most important challenge. People still to that do not know. It's an open problem how good the optimizer is, where it is taking us, except for convex optimization problem where we know that you will go to global minimum. So these are current open problem challenges. They are actively researched upon right now in the community. So again that's computational mathematics. So not everybody will know how optimizer is working, they will just use the front end, they will just use the tool in Python, and then they will design the network, and then they will get their job done. So at this point, I remember one of my very illustrious friend told me that there are two types of people, there are two types of categories. Like many of us drive cars, not all of us understand the thermodynamics of the engine. So that is job of physicists, that is job of, so in this sense mathematicians are those people who understand that thermodynamics of the
Wonderful
engine.
example,
And
sir.
then everybody will ride the car. So that tool is already been presented, you can use the tool. So that's what probably computational mathematicians are doing. So from job point of view that you were asking me, I think what we have to look at is that the students who will actually be pursuing computational mathematics as their career, as their study, will be the people who will be the people responsible for coming up with these tools, computational side. And that when I say computational side, I just laid emphasis on the mathematical part of it, but then there is another equivalently important part of being able to implement it in a software, writing programs, writing very efficient programs,
the coding part.
in order, in order that whatever algorithm that you are proposing actually does well computationally as well as spatially in a computer.
Gets implemented.
Spatial complexity and computational complexity both. So that's what I would like to say.
Yes, sir. Sir, it seems that if I say singular value decomposition, then I am a mathematician, and if I say principal component analysis, then I am
You are
a
a
data scientist
Yeah.
or a statistician.
Yeah.
So that again illustrates how this data science, mathematics are different facets of the same thing. It's like holding a cube. Like we have all solved a magic cube, kind of a Rubik's cube. So different faces of the cube, they are different faces, but they belong to the same cube. Like that, computational mathematics, data science and pure mathematics, they are different facets of the same thing, and the boundary line that we draw is drawn by human beings only. Having said that, in Techno India University, we are running these courses in computational mathematics, a 4-year BSc course, then 1-year MSc and also PhD degree, and you can just get more information about that from www.technoindiauniversity.ac.in. and there are also 3 helpline numbers. I think by now you have already memorized those 3 numbers, because I have been telling that again and again. 98365 444 16, 98365 44417 and 98365 44419. Now we come to Dr. Gautam Majumdar, Pro VC Techno India University and ex-professor Jadavpur University. Sir, over the years you have guided about 14 PhD theses, which is of course an impressive count. Can you please tell us more about the research prospects, particularly in the core engineering disciplines, both in our country and in abroad? Please, sir.
So, thanks to Dr. Ghosh and Dr. Khare, they have made my discussion a bit simpler.
Yeah.
Because already they have mentioned about mechanical engineering, both of them. So it clearly signifies, what is embedded in the any engineering branch. Without mathematics, we cannot, move forward. That is for sure. Now coming to this, the engineering, branches, like say for example, mechanical engineering. Just to mention, since the students are also there in the audience.
Right.
In the UG courses, like some example you can think, Dr. Khare was referring to thermodynamics as a very essential subject in mechanical engineering. Without the knowledge of mathematics, you cannot understand this, for sure.
Yeah, yes.
You are riding a car, right? But what is changing? It's a science between the heat and relationship between heat and work. Okay, so how it really, if you go deeper into it, without mathematics, you cannot understand it properly.
Yes.
The entropy concept and everything. So without mathematics, is not possible. Suppose there is a pipe flow is the pipe is inclined, say in this way, say in 30 degree.
Yes.
With the horizontal. But you do not know in which direction water is flowing.
Yes.
Right. So to find out the direction, maybe you have to apply the boundaries equation. So that everything comes from the mathematics only.
Definitely.
Now going to the other subject of management, industrial management in almost all branches I used to teach there in Jadavpur City final year. I think Dr. Smita was referring to maybe something is related to the inventory. So there if you start from the planning phase of management, so there you have the application of the what is called the linear programming.
Yes.
LPP is a part of mathematics, right? Suppose you have a real life big problem. Out of the big problem, you have to first create a model, mathematical model, then you have to analyze it.
In supply chain management.
No, it's, I mean, first talking about the planning, that's a LPP only I'm talking about, linear programming problem. But life, it not that easy every time, it may be NLP also, linear programming also. But basic idea has to come from the mathematics only.
Yes.
So, total big story will be given to you. Out of that, you have to make a model, mathematical model. Then you can go for its further computation. You can solve it to find out the decision variables. So, that's obviously is a part of mathematics. Then you go to forecasting. Absolutely depends on the statistics part. You cannot go for the detail of this. We go for the regression analysis. So many things we talk about. You know, there are so many approaches are there. Objective models, subjective models are there. So, without the knowing of mathematics, we cannot move forward.
Yes.
So, very interesting to know this. So, for example, you know, we have the project scheduling, CPM part, lot of probability for, without knowing the probability factor, you cannot find out the probability of completion of a project.
Yes.
We are handling big projects, say for example, big project whenever you are handling in the say India or abroad. So, in any, before you start any project, you have to go for drawing of the network.
Right.
Okay, so otherwise you cannot guess, cannot have a guess regarding the time of completion of the project.
Right.
So it requires the knowledge of mathematics, and it is there absolutely in the branches of engineering and all core branches also, and also in, I think in the computer science.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of overlaps are there. Absolutely. In the analysis for the management, you have got the inventory control. Okay, the inventory control can help us. Without the calculus, we cannot find out what is the economic order quantity. You cannot find it out. Go to the, you know, you are referring, I think, the waiting line theory. People are making queue, making beeline in front of, say, ATM counter, you know, how to manage the queue. Not possible without the knowledge of probability.
Right.
Not
Definitely.
possible.
Definitely.
So all our experts, mathematics are there. I was feeling maybe I was odd man out, but two of my friends, they made my path easier, referring to mechanical engineering.
Yes,
right?
sir, because again and again we are coming to that overlapping of the different fields.
So
of
this
knowledge.
is actually, even in the control phase of the management, we talk about the statistical quality control. Very much you might be knowing of this.
SQC.
SQC. Without knowledge of the statistics, how you cannot move? You can't move it without the knowledge of statistics. It's very interesting to know. Although I was feeling like kind of odd man out, so my two friends, they have made my path easier to explain to the real life.
Right, right.
Now coming to the research lab that we have, that is with the help of our then Vice Chancellor, Professor N. Basu sir in Jadavpur University, I could set up a lab along with my two other colleagues.
Okay.
A surface engineering laboratory in Jadavpur University in mechanical engineering department.
Okay.
So we basically take care of, take research on the surface modification techniques.
Achha.
Right, you can modify the surface for different reasons. It is not kind of decorative coating. We are talking about the functional coatings. Okay, so when you are going for some synthesis of the coating, okay, so you do not know the material properties, the character, how it changes. As depository, you study something, you get some characteristic. Post heating, post handling, again the grain sizes changes, so many characteristics come. So what we have done actually, we have divided the work into three distinct phases. Go for the synthesis, go for characterization, and then go for the computation. And with the computation part, not that we are very much expert, we take the help of our professor friends in the department, maybe in the mathematics or in the computer science. And also sometimes we try to carry out something from our own.
Yes.
Like, because as you know, the metal properties changes. So suppose we want to get a response, right? You are depositing through the method that we are following as electrolysis coating. Okay, any process has got some input parameters. So the computation optimization technique, as the Professor Khare was referring to, that will help us to determine what are the best input parameters that can give you the best response, the output.
Yes.
It can be different output, it can be mechanical response or chemical or whatever. So mostly our work on work you will get in this area, surface modification techniques and some of the management. Obviously the thing is that mathematics is there very much. The students who are willing for, they have the knack for the mathematics, they can opt for engineering. It is open not only for the jobs in the engineering company, you have the scope for the research, You can go for the IITs, you can go to ISI.
Varied scope.
Absolutely, various, I mean, wide scope is there. Doing graduation in mechanical engineering, professors are there in ISI.
Yeah.
Doing mechanical jobs, you can go even go for the, you can apply for the professor in history, as far as I know. Right? It is otherwise not possible. BTech in IT, BTech in computer science cannot write for the engineering service examination. You can write also, but the subjects are mostly with the core branches. If I narrowly think about it.
Yes.
So from my side, this is something I was betting for the core engineering subjects, but obviously it is not possible. It will not flourish without the help of the mathematician.
Right, right.
So this is my from my side.
Thank you, sir. That cleared a lot of our doubts. Thank you so much. Now we come to Professor Tapan Kumar Kaur. Sir, how do you weigh a research and teaching career in mathematics vis-a-vis a job in the industry? Like, can you please discuss the pros and cons of both?
Actually, it is difficult to identify the advantage and disadvantages of job in different sector, particularly in academic sector or in industry. From my experience with some of my colleagues, I can say that some of my colleagues initially they were in the industry. After few years, they have joined in our institute.
Right.
So it depends on the career stage, career goal, and job descriptions. And also, it is found that some of our students now they are not waiting for NET, GATE, DST Inspire Fellowship. Immediately after their degree is completed, they are going to job to the industry. When they are appearing the campus interview or like that, they are also individually applying the different positions and they are getting job. So I can say that it is difficult, it is individual choice to choose the job in industry or in academic or research institute. And particularly if anyone have impression that he will make some impact on the scientific community, he may choose the job in the academic institute or like that. Otherwise, may go to the industry. Another thing is that if anyone expect higher paycheck and opportunity, he may go to the industry. But if anyone needs some satisfaction with the developing knowledge,
work-life balance also.
Yes, intellectual freedom,
fulfillment,
intellectual freedom, or scheduling working hours, etc. He may choose the academic job. Okay. So these are some points.
So you mean to say that the onus of deciding rests on the individual?
Yes, yes, of course.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Now we come to Dr. Shukhendu Kaur, who is a specialist in advanced algebra. So sir, can you please tell us about your field, this particular field, and what are the prospects of the students going into this particular field?
Actually, algebra is very basic classical subject. In our school days, we know the algebra. Once Darlingworth said that algebra is very generous. She often gives more than he is asked of her. That's why algebra is very classic. I mean, there are mainly two branches. One is the abstract algebra and another is linear algebra. And nowadays also computational algebra is also there. Computational algebra means computational commutative algebra, computational linear algebra, numerical linear algebra. Right. There are so many ways. Algebra is everywhere, and those who are interested in research in algebra like that, there are two parts. One is the theoretical part and another is the computational part. Those who are interested in theoretical part of the algebra, they must because once Hardy said that the pure mathematician do mathematics for the just they satisfied by doing some mathematics, because Ramanujan when did that type of that mathematics, he don't bother about the applications. Absolutely, like that. Absolutely. And if he do if he think thought about the application at that time, then probably they can do 70. That's why for theoretical part, those who are mainly interested about to develop the theory or like that, then they can go many other algebra, means commutative algebra, in group theory, ring theory, the semi-ring theory. There are so many aspects of their theoretical branches are there in algebra. But if they are interested in computational aspect, then they can have the computational commutative algebra, they can numerical linear algebra, they can computational linear algebra, or nowadays those who are interested in graph theory and algebra also, they can also have algebraic graph theory like that. There are multidisciplinary subjects are there. Those who are interested in topology and algebra, then they can opt for topological topological algebra, or you can have the algebraic topology is there. Those who are interested in algebra and geometry, then they can have a choose for algebraic geometry also. There are so many subjects are there, and for job purposes, algebra can help lot, because algebra is everywhere. Those who are know algebra very well, they can have the algebra is applicable in theoretical computer science, nowadays in coding theory, in cryptography, secret sharing, and data analysis, data science, or like that artificial intelligence. In everywhere algebra is needed. And also those who are interested for MTech, doing MTech in computer science or data science or like that, then they can also choose for that subject for job purposes, because those who are have basic foundation in algebra, they can choose that type of subject, and they have very much good job prospects. But in mainly in algebra, they can choose mainly for teaching purposes in our college, university, and institute like that. And there are other also research opportunities in India and abroad, and I think most of the students are doing well very if they choose algebra or related subject like that.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So that was wonderful. So so much information shared with us in such a short span of time. Thank you, sir. Now we come to Dr. Otoshi Debrai again. Madam, you are a reviewer of mathematical reviews, which is published from the United States. Can you please share with us how easy or difficult is it, do you think, to get published in good journals in pure applied mathematics or computational mathematics, respectively?
Okay, it's really challenging nowadays.
Okay.
Because you know, first of all, what do we mean by a good journal? So, as we all know that if the journal has more impact factor, then it is called a good journal.
Definitely.
So, but once again, impact factor also varies from subject to subject. So, if you choose any pure mathematics subject, then you see that the impact factor of a journal is quite low compared to any engineering or any applied field. But you know, if a paper is published in a good journal, you can consider the paper as a good one. You know, because it is going through a peer review process.
Sure.
But if it is not published in a good journal, it does not mean that it is not a good one. Why? Because now the number of papers are quite high, and every journal is having a scope. You know, and it is a limited one. So, suppose for example, if you have say two subjects, two subfields of mathematics, say A and B. So, if in the field A someone is writing a paper, then there are certain journals who can accept that paper. And in B, someone can accept, some journals are there who accept the papers. But some, for example, if anyone is writing a paper on a topic, say, which has both the fields like A and B, then apparently it looks like that it is having more scope. but actually it is narrowing down. You know, the number of readers are getting smaller. So
Definitely.
that's why that paper may get refused from the journals, because the number of citations will be lower.
Right.
So that is why I have said that it's getting more and more challenging today's
to publish.
to publish. But of course, if a paper has a good content, new ideas and new techniques, then of course they have better chance.
Okay. Wonderful, madam. Thank you. Yeah. Sure.
One have to must think about the quality of publications,
Yes.
not for quantity
Of course,
Yeah,
sir.
sure.
Because one good publication
Yeah,
is
yeah.
equivalent to 10
Yeah.
bad ones or not so good ones.
Yes.
So wonderful, such a wonderful experience to be sharing this knowledge with you all, with our audience. I come to Dr. Oshmita De, Associate Professor Mathematics, Techno India University. But before that, I may again reiterate that you can visit www.technoindiauniversity.ac.in and also avail our helpline numbers 98365 44416, 98365 44417 and 98365 44419. If you want to know more about the Computational Mathematics BSc Honours course, which is being run by us, and also about the 1-year MSc course. Dr. Oshmita De, I will like to ask you, inventory and supply chain modeling, these are the some of applications today of computational mathematics, and these are your research interests too. Can you tell us in short how this mathematics can be used to address problems of day-to-day life?
Not supply chain management, actually it's a big term which includes, like you said, inventory, yes, but it also includes other problems which we face day to day, for example transportation,
Okay.
for example vehicle routing, for example something as basic as answering I need to go from point A to point B, and what is the most efficient way. Now efficiency again can mean two ways, it could mean in terms of cost, in terms of time, and you have a multi-objective program there.
Yes.
So supply chain management is around all of us. Talking about inventory in particular, which is my area of research, we all manage our inventories when we order, online or offline.
Definitely, each one of us.
What amount of item is there, what we need, when to place an order. Now on an individual level, at an individual level, we do it manually. But imagine running a factory where you need to procure raw materials. That's not something that can be done at an individual level or can be done manually. And therefore, like sir was saying, mathematical modeling comes in. And when you are dealing with a lot of variables and a lot of data, of course computation follows.
Yes.
So just to digress from here, a few minutes back you were asking about the difference between industry and academics. Industry, and this is especially for students who may be hearing, industry does not, especially say for computer science, those who are interested in computer science, it just does not mean coding. What are you coding for? What is your code about? Is somebody going to come and tell you that this is what we need you to write a code for and you write it? Not necessarily. So I think what maths does is help us understand the problem, convert it into a form which can be solved if it can be solved, and then devise an algorithm, like Dr. Khare was saying, to design an algorithm, an efficient algorithm which can be translated to a computational model which can then be implemented.
Yes.
Supply chain management, for example, one really big part of supply chain management is POMS, production and operations management, logistics, reverse logistics. All of these deal with multivariable problems, all of these deal with real data, real problems, and at the end of the day, they need math and computer science to be solved.
Yes. Yes, madam. Wonderful, wonderful, and high-end discussions too. We are nearing the end of this discussion, and we shall end on a little lower note. Lower note means lower on difficulty, so that audience who is not so mathematically sophisticated but want to relate to mathematics in their future, they can also feel at home. So I will go to Professor Shukhendu Kaur. Sir, can you please, in very simple terms, for the layman, can you tell us the difference between pure and applied mathematics in very simple terms?
It's very difficult.
I agree. I agree.
But I cannot differentiate between that pure and applied mathematics.
Okay.
I just see that if you do mathematics, then it is always together with both pure and applied, not pure versus applied like that. And I think those who are trying to as a mathematics as a subject in your future career, then you must love mathematics. Otherwise, you can't. If you love mathematics, then you have to this mathematics also love you, and you can have some better career option in your future life. And the pure and applied mathematics, just I say that if you think pure mathematics as a flower, then applied mathematics as a fruit. Like that, because both are made for each other, both are complementary to each other.
Right.
That's why whenever one can know better in applied mathematics very well, then he has to must know the pure mathematics very well. Otherwise, the basic understanding, and that's why this algebra and analysis are the backbone of this pure mathematics. Actually, pure mathematics is just like an abstract way. He or she has to think about in abstract way. In literature, the writers are just thinking of many things, and they can write in their literatures like that. In abstract mathematics, in pure mathematics, you have to think in an abstract way, you have to visualize in an abstract way. Then you can, those who are more logical, more think about this abstract way, they are doing very well in pure mathematics.
Okay.
And those who are mainly programming language or computer related computational aspect, though they can opt for applied mathematics, because in most of the cases they have some techniques or tools which are very much involved in applied mathematics.
Yes. So, sir, the bottom line is the love for the subject.
Yeah. It's always
It's always the case. Be it be mathematics or any other subject for that.
for any subject. If he or she love the subject, then this that subject also love
Yes,
he or
right,
she
right.
that.
Wonderful words, sir. Wonderful words. I will come to Professor Khare once. Like, sir, there is one like common misconception about among the students when they are in the class 12 standard, maybe, that logarithm means logarithm to the base 10. But when they go to the higher classes, they use the natural logarithm where the base is the exponential number e, or sometimes, as in computer science, log to the base 2, like that. So, can you please tell us, our audience, about these different bases of logarithms and how are they relevant for the students?
Okay, so basically logarithm and exponentiation, they are inverse processes of each other, they are inverses of each other. So in that sense, like when I say 10 square is 100, I will say log of 100 is 2, right, to the base 10, because 10 square is 100. So the places where there is this decimal system, base 10 is more relevant.
Right.
In computers where there is binary system, base 2 becomes more relevant, because most of the times you are doing comparisons. So comparison is binary, less than, greater than. The digits, the way we store it is between only 0 and 1. So this is very crude. This is a big question that I am very giving crude answer, but that's why when you are talking of comparisons and how the comparisons will increase with the number of inputs, for example, they increase exponentially. So that is 2 to the power n. So 2 to the power n becomes too large, and in order to understand the growth, you will take logarithm. So now it's 2 to the power n. So you will do base of log to the 2, not to the 10. Because it's 2 to the power n, naturally you will look at what is the exponent of 2. That's what you are interested in, that's what log will tell. So that's why log to the base 2. Same applies for natural logarithm. Whenever there is exponential function e to the power x, most of the times you will get these type of functions when you are solving system of differential equations, then that naturally base will be that e exponential. Okay, so that this is very crude answer,
but it clears the
yeah,
doubts of
yeah.
many students, I think. Thank you, sir. Now I come to Professor Tapan Kumar Kaur. Sir, one similar question to you, like a little less difficult, I can say, than the topics which we have been discussing in the first half of the program. Sir, what is the difference in the manner in which engineering and applied and pure mathematics students relate to mathematics? What is the basic difference between the engineering students and the mathematics students?
Okay.
Yes.
So, from our discussion now it is clear that that the mathematics is the language of engineering.
Yes.
So, if you cannot speak in this language, then you will not be successful in your engineering subject, whatever it may be, whatever your discipline, but you have to learn mathematics very well. This is one thing. And if you think about the engineering and applied mathematics, engineering mathematics is a branch of applied mathematics. Now come to the differences. First look at this. If you consider the pure mathematics subject, it developed theories and solved the problem within itself. And what applied mathematics do? It make a model, then solve, then predict something. And if it is not suitable, then again it revise the model, again solve, based on and solve these methods based on the developed by the pure mathematics.
Yes.
So, these are fields interacting each other and complement to each other. So, and what engineers do, they actually based on this solution, based on this modeling solution, they what they do, they design, they develop and they implement it for the society. So, mathematics is the language for all engineering and as well as for science, and pure mathematics develop the theory, applied mathematics use some real world situation and engineers applied to the society. These are the way.
Okay, sir. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. So, the last few questions made the things lucid and clear for us. We are at the very fag end of our program, in fact, like it's quite the very fag end of this program. So, once again I just want to mention that you can visit www.technoindiauniversity.ac.in and also contact our helpline numbers 98365 44416, 98365 44417 and 98365 44419 if you need to know more about the computational mathematics BSc honors course and MSc course that we are currently running at the Techno India University. Now, before we end the program, I will want to ask each one of the professors just a couple of lines, so 2 lines about mathematics in 2024 and end our program on that note. I want to start from Professor Abhik Ghosh.
As I was saying that mathematics is behind every science nowadays. So, for solving or doing active research in any science, you at least have to have a basic understanding on mathematics. If you love mathematics, you develop those tools, or otherwise if you are from other discipline, you have to use those tools. But in any way you have to come across mathematics in doing advanced research or even practical life modeling.
You can't avoid it.
You can't avoid it. Yeah, we should say that.
Yes, sir. Professor Khare.
Yeah, so 2 lines. I am actually reminded of a very famous couplet in Sanskrit, the Sanskrit shloka,
Okay.
which says that yatha shikha mayuranam naganam manayo yatha tatha vedanga shastranam ganitam murdhani sthitam, which roughly translates to the fact that like the crest on the peacock's head and like the jewel on the naga, serpent's head, actually mathematics, the position of mathematics is actually the position of head amongst all the ancient and modern sciences that we
The
have
crest
today.
gem,
So,
maybe.
yeah, crest gem.
I remember I don't remember the Sanskrit of course, but I had read this quotation in Professor Rao's book of linear algebra.
Yeah.
There I had
This
heard.
this quotation appears in nowadays all Prentice All India books, those trim red series books on the last page, everywhere they will have this quotation.
Yes. Professor Mojumdar.
So it is very clear that you have to love any subject you prefer and decide to join. But do think about, I am talking about mathematics plus engineering. So that is an added advantage and added benefit for you. This much only I can say. Obviously, since you are mathematically inclined, I am sure if you choose engineering also, you will be equally inclined to those subjects. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Wonderful. Professor Kaur.
I would say that mathematics now have different opportunity for career perspective also, and in our time maybe 25-30 years ago there were no so much opportunity. Mainly we are thinking about the teaching and school, college, university like that. But nowadays it is the most promising subject. I would ask students, they may consider this subject as their career opportunity also.
Wonderful. Professor Kaur.
Actually, I give two informations. In mathematics, all of you know that there is no Nobel Prize, but there are two prizes in mathematics. One is the Field Prize and another is the Abel Prize. Those young students, those who are become a mathematician in future, they can have, there are so many lots of unsolved problems in mathematics, and below the age of 40 Field Prize is given to them, those who are outstanding in mathematics.
Yes.
In every 4 years there is a ICM, the International Congress of Mathematics. In that Congress, this Field Prize are awarded.
Yes.
And this Abel Prize is also the Norwegian mathematician due to Abel, this name is Norwegian. This Abel Prize is like a Nobel in mathematics, like that.
Yes.
So those who are like to do mathematics something in better, then they can have, there are lots of unsolved problems they can do in their research in future also.
So maybe the Fields Medal is waiting for them. That is
Yeah, maybe the Abel Prize also waiting for them. These
So
are
yes,
very
students, this is
prestigious,
also
yeah.
one reason for
Yeah.
which you may choose
Yeah,
mathematics.
yeah.
Thank you, sir. Wonderful. Otoshi madam.
Yeah, loving pure mathematics is something like loving to hear good music, or
Definitely.
like loving to read good book, like that. So that will never die, and whether it has any application or not, if you love mathematics, you can enjoy doing mathematics throughout your life.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. Wonderful. Professor De.
I think mathematics is not just a subject, it's also a way you look at things with curiosity, where you have a lot of questions like why and how. And so if you're a curious person by nature and you like knowing why things happen the way they do and how do they work, then maths is a very great subject for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, sure.
Direction. In this direction, I would like to say maths also gives you or train you to think logically, which helps you throughout your life, whether it's academic or not. In any life, if you can think in any situation logically, you will get the best solution out of it. Yeah,
We
and
reap the
so
benefits.
the mathematics builds this knowledge within you.
We reap the benefits each moment.
Each moment.
Wonderful. So, our dear audience, I think you enjoyed this session. This evening was a bit different from the other evenings of your life. I hope you could appreciate mathematics, and in the future will join the path of mathematics, be it be computational or pure mathematics, and excel in your careers. I thank Techno India University for organizing this wonderful show. I thank all of my esteemed guests for participating so warmly with me in this show, and I wish you a very good